What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jaleesa. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for clicking on the video. Make sure that you like the video, comment, but definitely make sure that you subscribe to the channel, y'all. We are just getting into these conversations. I don't want you to miss anything. If you are a repeat offender, baby, sending you much love, tribe. We about to get into this video. When we're talking about this topic, y'all, I know it's one that is age old, but I also realize that it's something that we don't really speak about unless we're speaking about it to each other, like on the phone, like when we're stressed out, when we're frustrated, when we're having big emotions and big feelings. It's okay for us to speak about maternal mistreatment, but like in the media, it's almost like, oh no, we cannot speak about mothers. How dare you speak about your mother? She's the one that stayed and raised you. And I get it. I understand where y'all are coming from. Trust me, I definitely have sympathy, empathy, all of the things. If the conversation is so widespread about women and daddy issues, why wouldn't there be a conversation about women and mommy issues? Especially with black and brown people, we live in this society where we have like this anti accountability when it comes to maternal mistreatment. Why so many people are living with shame and a lot of guilt when it comes to them having these feelings about their mothers, because we're supposed to honor our mothers. Yes, 100% honor your mom. I get it. She did what she had to do. She put her body on the line. She put her mind, like, everything that motherhood comes with. However, we're not going to act like a lot of us are not living through the generational curse and the generational trauma of black mothers having almost this resentment and built up animosity towards their black daughters. When we're talking about the disdain that black and brown mothers have against their daughters, look no further than mothers who did not get a chance to reach their full potential. Think about it like this. Mothers usually don't have too much of a choice. You get pregnant, it is your responsibility to take care of that child. It is your responsibility to put your life on hold no matter where you are in your life. Some of our mothers were teen moms, high school moms, moms fresh out of college, moms in college. Some moms had to drop out of college for the sake of taking care of their kids. Being a parent means a lot of sacrifice. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not willing to make those sacrifices. So usually the child is the one who ends up bearing the brunt of the resentment that bubbles up within this mother because they did not get to reach their full potential. We can sit here and be like, oh, you made the choice, which is why I'm so adamant about people really weighing their options when it comes to being a parent, especially women. Baby, you are not Summer Walker. You don't have the resources that Summer Walker has, babe. You got to be a little bit more realistic for yourself, because the only people that suffer is you and that baby. If we're talking about the mother wound, it starts at conception. And I feel like it gets passed down from the older generations, if I'm being honest, even down to how y'all speak to women when you find out that they're having a girl. That old wives' tale that, oh, if you have a girl, she's going to steal your beauty. I've watched gender reveals of women throwing literal temper tantrums about the fact that you're having a girl. Let's be for real. And that's because the older generation has passed down this weird stigma that, oh, God gives you a daughter if he wants to mature you, and God gives you a son if he wants to give you unconditional love. We not bring that into 2024, especially to expecting mothers. Most people who have kids because they are lonely or they want someone to love them are looking for a love that they feel like will fill a void. And for a lot of women, especially who do not like themselves, which means that they probably have a form of internalized misogyny, they don't want no girls. As soon as you hear a woman say, oh, I don't want to have a girl, what's the first reason they say?
Because she's gonna have an attitude. I don't want to deal with her attitude when she gets older.
Where y'all think she getting the attitude from? The call is coming from inside the house. The reason why there's a disconnect and a divide between black mothers and their daughters is because of the energy that has been put into this child from conception. Because God must have sent you to me because I need to be mature. And realistically, I don't want to look at myself in the mirror. That's really what it is. Because then on the flip side of it,
Oh, girl, you must be having boys. You're so beautiful.
again, this internalized misogyny saying that men are the only creatures that hold value on this planet. So if you believe that men are the only things that can give you love, but your daughter won't be able to give you love, how y'all think y'all showing up in these parental relationships? You don't really see a lot of value in your daughters. You already see them as a curse. You already think that they're going to take more time to raise and more effort, and they're going to have an attitude, and they're going to grow up, and they're going to start having sex, which I don't understand why y'all start over sexualizing your girl children so young anyway. Baby still be a zygote, just chilling in the womb, and y'all worrying about who she gonna bust it wide open for in 30 years. Get a grip. Let's speak about what that causes in a woman. The main signs of having a mother wound is extreme low self-worth. This can go for men or women, but I'm speaking about Black daughters today. So when you're a child and you have parents who are pretty much instilling in you that you don't have as much value in this world than your male counterparts, it starts to create this sense of low self-worth in a lot of people who have the mommy wound, and that begins to spiral into perfectionism. We see a lot of Black women overindulging in school and the things that we can get because we don't feel worthy, because our mother made us feel worthless, because she didn't find worth in herself. But the child is dealing with the repercussions. Women with the mommy issue will spiral into perfectionism where they feel like they have to have the best job, be making the most money, doing everything that they have to do to get validation from their mother to receive the love she's not able to get. It's also what I've seen with mothers who have resentment towards their daughters is they try to push them into independence very quickly so that they don't have to take care of them so much. So usually the girl child will become like the second mother or the second caretaker in the home because the mother doesn't really see a need to take care of the daughter as much. She will just simply teach her how to be a woman. So it's that concept of the daughters get raised and the sons get loved. You start kind of pushing your needs onto your daughter so that way you can get your needs met through her, whether it be your insecurity of your looks, of your success, relationships. A lot of toxic mothers will live vicariously through their daughters, which can cause a sense of identity crisis in some of the daughters as well, where it's like they don't really know whose life they're living. A sign of mommy issues is having a lack of purpose, a lack of identity, not really knowing who you are outside of you and your mother's relationships. These toxic mothers will almost have a sense of entitlement towards their daughter's life. And if you are a daughter that steps outside of that and be your own person and do what it is that you want to do, there's like this hate, this resentment, this jealousy, because it's like, well, I gave up my life for you, but we didn't ask you to. I brought you into this world, but I didn't ask you to. As a mother, you don't really receive much back. It is a very thankless job because what you're doing is just helping your child become the best version of themselves. When you grow up in a narcissistic household with a narcissistic mother who wasn't really interested in who you were as a person, but was just interested in how she can get her needs met through you or how you can meet her needs, you start to recreate that in your reality, right? Because we tend to do that when we have trauma. We recreate that reality as to fix it. So what I seen, and one of my mutuals spoke about this on her page. Y'all make sure y'all go follow her, The Light 7. She has amazing spirituality content. One of the videos that actually sparked this conversation was her speaking about how when you do have the mother wound, you tend to attract toxic friends. And the reason why you can't see them as toxic in the beginning is because they're familiar. And what happens is, again, when you have the mother wound, you have like this need for female closeness, but you almost repel what's good for you and you gravitate towards what's not good for you. The same as a daddy wound when it comes to dating men, because you're trying to heal that. Like if you had a mother who didn't necessarily love you, or if you had a mother that neglected you subconsciously, those will be the friends that you gravitate towards that will recreate that. I found that women who also have the mommy wound will rely more on men or on their relationships to give them a sense of value or a sense of worth because just like their mother, they don't see value in sisterhood. They don't see value in community. They don't see value in having other women around them because they have learned that you can't trust women. They have learned that women don't meet your needs. They have learned that other women don't find you valuable because that is what was instilled from these children from a very young age. When we're talking friendships, the friendships are rocky and they're willing to let go of friends at the drop of a dime. But when it comes to men, they're going to keep trying with men and keep trying because they realize that men is where the worth lies. I'm going to keep trying things with this man, even though he's not treating me good, because that's where I find my worth. Because I was taught at a young age that men are worth more than women, which means that his presence in my life means more than my happiness. My happiness is not a priority because it wasn't a priority when I was young. We have learned to silence our needs, probably the same way that our parents, our mothers have learned to silence their needs because we learn again through this patriarchal society, women do not matter. And no matter what lens you put that through, it will be reflected back to you if you have that mother wound. Try to go check out this movie called Turning Red. I think it's on Disney Plus. It actually sparked a lot of commotion when it came out. A lot of people did not want their young girls to, I guess, feel empowered about their sexuality or who they or their gender or whatever. I thought it was a pretty cool movie. So give that a check out if you identify with having the mother wound. I think what's very important in that movie, or what was displayed, was that this young girl was able to break that generational curse with her parents by not suppressing how she felt about things, but being able to express it. Because in her expression, her mother was able to express it and her grandmother was able to express it. So that's a great segue into us speaking about how to heal through the mother wound. I know I'm the type of person that believes that if you don't address it, you can't heal it. You cannot heal in the dark. You cannot heal in shame. You cannot heal by not speaking about it because society is telling us that we shouldn't speak on maternal abuse. We need to speak about it. It's real. And for the most part, a lot of these women are going into this single motherhood empowerment movement. If y'all are going to be out here having kids on purpose by yourself, then you should learn a thing or two about these wounds so that way you do not push them onto your children. So let's get into it. So I think the first step to healing the mother wound will definitely be to learn how to regulate your emotions, whether that be through therapy, through journaling, getting active, finding a way to balance those big emotions. If your mother wasn't in tune with her emotions, then she couldn't have been in tune with yours, which means that you're probably not in tune with your emotions. We have these feelings, but we don't really know what they mean, especially if you had a mother that wasn't really tolerant of crying or whining or anything like that. They would just like shush you up, but you're not really working through those emotions, which causes emotional repression. It's also what the movie Turning Red is about. Go check it out. The second way to heal the mommy wound is to start setting personal boundaries for yourself. We have been taught to betray ourselves, betray our instincts, betray how we really feel about things. And that turns us into a doormat almost. And to be completely fair, for survival some years ago, a lot of our mothers and our grandparents and our grandmothers had to be doormats to keep a roof over their head, to keep bills paid. They dealt with mistreatment from men just to be taken care of. So it would make sense that it's passed down to us. But here's where it stops, baby. It stops with me. Okay. Set those boundaries. Tell people how you feel. No is a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence and you can use it at your will. Make sure that you put in yourself first and make sure that you are expressing to other people about how you feel about things instead of just putting things under wraps and not speaking about it like how it probably happened in your household. If your mother didn't respect herself, then she probably didn't respect you, which taught you not to respect yourself. So it starts with you starting to respect yourself. Ask yourself, does this align with me? Is this treatment that I deserve? Why do I feel like I deserve it? And once you feel like you don't deserve something, set that boundary and walk away. I think a lot of times, especially when it comes to like being a woman, you're not supposed to speak up for yourself. You're supposed to just take mistreatment. You're not supposed to use your voice. There are a lot of young women, older women who are dealing with blocked throat chakras because we have been taught that self expression is evil, self expression is disrespectful. That's why a lot of times when the younger generation comes to the older generation speaking about not liking the treatment in their childhood, we're automatically dismissed. And it's just like, oh, you're rude, you're disrespectful. I did everything that I could for you. When in all actuality, through expression, we can heal. Through expression, we can become better. So it's very important that you give yourself your voice back, babe. Give yourself your voice back, set boundaries, speak up for yourself, balance your throat chakra, balance your solar plexus chakra, balance all of them for real. But like those two specifically have to do with self expression and being the best version of yourself. And when you have the mommy wound, it's almost not okay to be yourself because we have been formed and shaped to be the person that our mother needed us to be or wanted us to be this whole time. Which leads me to my next point of healing. Have compassion for yourself. I think a lot of us, if we grew up with overly critical mothers or mothers who were emotionally stunted and didn't really show us too much care and affection because that's not what was instilled in her, we have an issue with compassion with ourselves. We talk to ourselves negatively when we even make small mistakes, and that's not really our voice. That is the voice of our parents. They always say that your parents become your inner voice. And although your parent did not give you a good inner voice, you can always change that for yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to fall short. Allow yourself to not know how to do things because You're just a human. You're just learning. You're just doing it by yourself. Be compassionate. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be who you are. Who you are is enough. You don't have to perform. Put the perfectionism down. All right, y'all, that's the video. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I'm super excited to see the conversations that sprout out from this video down in the comments. Make sure that you're leaving some inspiration, some encouragement. Share your story about how you have identified with the mother wound. As always, I drop some journal prompts in the description for you if you're the type of person that likes to write and like really work things out through the pen and paper. It's down there for you. Let me know how y'all feel about the video. I'm super excited to continue this conversation. Make sure that you like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel because you don't want to miss the next videos that I have coming next. Thanks for watching, y'all. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.